I posted my very first garment sewing video on this channel on November 12th, 2021, which means that I have been sewing for 2 years, give or take a couple months. And what a wild ride it's been. At the end of the year or the start of the next, makers often post like a review video of everything that they've made this year. And back in I don't know, April, because my brain is always 12 steps ahead of me, I was like, that'd be fun to do this year, right? But then I realized that having never done one before and having not been sewing for an exceptionally long time, I would rather go all the way back and look at everything. The whole shebang! So, here she bangs, y'all, in all of her glory. I've made a whole closet full of clothes. There are 87 pieces in here. 88 if you want to count the hat as like a garment. No, technically, okay, no, there's one missing. There should be 88, but there is one garment that I accidentally gave away. It was like the really bad first dolman sleeve, like crop top thing that I made. I'll try to find a picture of it. It was so nondescript that I accidentally threw it into a donation bag and I didn't realize until I'd already knotted it closed, and then I was like, meh. But other than that, everything, every garment that I have sewn is here. I'm not gonna lie, before I counted all of them, my brain kind of thought that there would be like 287, which I think just goes to show how bad my brain is with numbers, because that would have been ridiculous, I realize now. But I think that's what it felt like I had made. Thank goodness that was inaccurate, because moving all of these in here yesterday was already a whole thing. And of course, I had to arrange all of them in color order first for the pure satisfaction of it. Y'all, this is literally the only item in that entire collection that is brown. And it's not even brown, it's beigey tan brown. That's it, there's no brown. It does look a lot cooler in color order, but now these are in the order that I made them, from first garment to last. Actually, I am wearing my last garment, just so that we can come full circle, start with the last garment, go all the way through, come back to the last garment. Also, it's extremely comfortable. I wore it 3 days in a row, washed it, and then put it straight back on. This is the one that in last week's video, I told you that I made without filming. It is the first garment in 2 straight years that I have sewn without filming it for a video. Which, you know, I don't have time to be chatty in this video. This is gonna take so long to try all these on, but let's be chatty for a moment anyway. Who cares? You know, I thought it would be really nice to make something without having to film any of it, and it kind of was in some ways, but also I missed having someone to bounce things off of, you know? I've always been this way. I really need to verbalize things out loud in order to sort of organize them and process them. So growing up, I was homeschooled and there were 3 or 4 of us who all did our schoolwork in our office together. And every once in a while I would ask a question out loud, something that I was struggling with. And then my siblings would start trying to answer me and I'd be like, oh, no, it's okay, I'm all good. Because I didn't actually need an answer from somebody else. I just needed to actually say the thing out loud, ask the question out loud, so that my brain could process it fully and I could come up with the answer myself. And I think it's probably exactly the same nowadays for me, because I talk out loud when I am working through a challenge or just doing something a lot. And having the camera in the room with me is like having a friend sitting there with me that I can bounce things off of and be chatty with, which is why I get so chatty in videos. So yeah, all of that to say that it was just okay sewing without filming. I missed you. Anyway though, yes, here it is. I had lots of thoughts about it. I absolutely love it. I made a few reels about it, so I'm sure I'll share those. Back to the point of the video, I am going to try on every single garment that I've made. I want to retrace my steps and I want to look at the growth and see where I started and where I am and just appreciate the journey for a moment. But also, I am a practical person, so I needed some practical reasons to do this. I want to separate everything into 3 separate piles as I go. The first one is going to be complete wins. It is garments that I love, I wear, they are perfectly fine, they need nothing done to them, they're going straight back in my closet. Oh, a hummingbird. Oh, it's so cute. Oh my goodness. Is there anything cuter than when a hummingbird actually like sits still? Where was I? Second pile. Second pile is I've got notes. This is for garments that I don't wear, but they are potentially fixable, or potentially garments that I do wear, but there is something I could do to them to make them better. Like, you know, add pockets. All of these are gonna go in a stack to be upcycled in a future video, which is something many of you have suggested in comments like, hey, how can you fix the garments that maybe weren't perfect the first time you made them? So that is what we're figuring out here. Well, I'll figure out how to fix them later, but we're making a pile. And finally, we are going to have a pile for the complete fails. The ones that they're not fixable, they're not wearable, they either need to be given away or put back in my fabric stash to be reused in some way later on. Technically, there will be a 4th pile, I guess, which is things that I don't wear, but they are still perfectly fine, like costumes, over-the-top ball gowns. There's nothing wrong with those, I just don't have a reason to wear them. But yeah, some of these I have not put on since I took those final product photos, so this should be interesting. And for the funsies while I do it, I also want to keep track of where the fabric came from for all of these makes, whether it was thrifted, gifted, or bought new. I think those would be the only 3 categories. Yeah, I don't know, just for another little thing to track as we go through this. All right, yay, I'm so excited. Let's do this. Also, I don't know how long this is gonna take. How long does it take to put on 87 different garments? Probably gonna lose the light, so sorry if the lighting gets weird. The lighting's already weird. This is a weird room to light. Let us start with garment number 1. So the very first thing that I made is this skirt, and I wear it all the time, which is insane to me, but also it just worked. I made it out of microfiber sheets that I got at Goodwill, so it's definitely like snagging in areas. Like, it is not a good fabric, but it is like a very light and breezy fabric, and I still love it. It's so easy to throw on. It doesn't have pockets, which makes me kind of think it needs to go in pile number 2 to get upgraded. Give me all your opinions, because I'm not going to work on the upcycling for a while, so let me know in the comments if, like, you think something should be upcycled that I did not put in that pile, or if you think something is fine that I do put in that pile, whatever it is. Let me know, because I will wait to see your comments before I actually do stuff. For the first thing that I made, the fact that I still wear this is so cool to me. It was my first attempt at a circle skirt. I wasn't using a pattern, and it turned out too big, which is why I turned it into, a wrap skirt. Everything is fixable, but I would wear it a lot more if it had pockets. So it's going in pile number 2. Lest you think all of the things that I made in the very beginning turned out perfectly, here's number 2. This was my first time putting in a zipper, which actually isn't too bad. Yeah, you might be like, what's wrong with this? It's fine. It also doesn't have pockets. It's not bad. I'll be honest, it's not bad. This was made out of a tablecloth that I got from Goodwill, and I did not realize until I had finished making it that it is specifically like a tablecloth for Hanukkah. So I just felt a little weird about wearing it. It's going in pile number 3. So this is the first disappointing failure. 3rd garment I've ever made, and I had no idea about fabric. This is like curtain fabric. Again, I got it at Goodwill. It is not a good fabric to sew a garment with. So it like shifted all over the place. The whole thing is too big. It's stretched out. It's disappointing because I did all of this cruel embroidery on the pockets. So this is going in pile number 3, basically because I want to take off these pocket sections here and see if I can reuse them in the future in some way. Like, you can't waste embroidery like that, you know? Also, this was my first piece that I put pockets in. This one, it's cute. Honestly, it's cute. It fits. It's not bad. I just don't think I'd ever wear it. So I might as well give it away, or recycle the material. Pile number 3. This is when I put in side seam pockets for the first time, and I made this one too small to get my hand in. Good times. This one, you know, it's not the best, but I do actually still wear it now and then, and it feels a little bit costumey in case I ever wanted to, like, history bound certain time periods. I don't know. So actually, this can go straight back in the closet because it has pockets. My reversible wrap circle skirt. I haven't worn this one a ton. I should wear it more. I don't have any problems with it. It's super duper cute. And I couldn't figure out how to do side seam pockets with the reversibleness, but it does have a pocket on the other side. So back in the closet. First, not just a skirt garment. Also, this was my first time using a pattern. I didn't love doing it. I do love how it turned out. This was my bridesmaid's dress for my younger sister's wedding. It is so comfy. Love the low back. This goes in category number 4. I don't wear it, but it's fine. Y'all, this dress. This video has kind of picked up traction in the last 6 months, and there are so many lovely people in the comments who have been like, it's gorgeous, please wear it. I haven't. This is the first time I've put it on since making that video. I freaking love it. Weirdly enough, I think this is one of the best bodices that I've done, and this was my first time self-drafting a dress. But y'all, it's not even like, oh, it's too short, I don't want to wear it. Like, I don't mind showing off my legs. Just like, where do you wear something like this if you're a person who never goes out? This goes in category number 4. Also, you gotta love that I still put pockets in it. Here begins my commitment to pockets. What can I say? It's too giant to hang up, so it's been stuffed in a crate, but now it's starting to fall apart. It was a fun attempt. I'm gonna hold on to it, so I guess technically it's a category 4, but like, it probably also needs to be fixed. So maybe it's an upcycle. Y'all, I completely forgot that this dress even existed. It's a fun design, but it's like those incredibly polyester sheets that are so hot, and the design needs a bit of tweaking. So I don't think I would ever actually wear this, which means I should probably just go ahead and recycle it. So this was my second time using a pattern, and probably the beginning of me disliking patterns because it looked so cute on the front and it is so uncomfortable. I hate the way it fits. It was my exploration of 3 different materials, so twill, like a poplin, and then knit. This one, sad to say because the fabric is so cute, is completely unwearable. I am so uncomfortable right now. Recycled. This one's not nearly as bad discomfort-wise. I'm actually pretty okay with this. Realistically, am I gonna wear it much? I don't know. Y'all vote on this one for me. Recycled or back in the closet. And then this one is not nearly as bad because it's knit. So it's actually pretty comfortable, but because it's like a thick knit and I lined the top, it's really warm. I do think I'll put this one back in the closet though, just because the fabric is adorable. I take it back. That was almost impossible to get off, so it's going in recycle. Gotta be harsh! Here starts my dolman sleeve exploration, which is where I am missing one thing. I made 10 items in one video. I don't do that anymore. This is fine. I wear this. It looks like a pajama top, but it's super comfy. Pile 1. I keep trying to wear this one because it's theoretically so comfortable, but it just doesn't happen. Recycle. This one's a little bit janky, but I absolutely wear it all the time. Super comfy. Duplicate in another color. Even better, I wear this one literally all the time. This one was a huge success. Wear it all the time as well. I've had several requests for a tutorial on how to do this style of dress, and I'm gonna get to that. That's on my list. I will make you guys a tutorial hopefully soon because I want more of them. I want more of them, not in this see-through of a color. Back in the closet. This one was a super cute idea, and I think it turned out looking really good, but 1, it doesn't have pockets, and 2, I made the neckline too big, so it's like impossible to wear a normal bra with it. I'm always trying to tuck it into the sides, but I want this to work, so I'm gonna put this in upcycle and see if I can figure out a way to fix it. This one I don't wear much because it's a little short and a little pajama feeling to wear out of the house, but I do still wear it around the house, so back in the closet. This one very unfortunately did not work. It looks super cute on, it looks like it's gonna be so comfy. I can get it on, but I literally can't move in it because the fabric is not stretchy enough for the design that I've made. So sadly, recycle. This one, I mean, it was an experiment. It doesn't work. I couldn't wear this out because the slightest movement makes it indecent. However, I think I'm gonna keep it in category 4 because if I was ever doing like, I don't know, a Grecian drapey photo shoot of some kind, it could come in handy. This was a mock-up for the next one that I'm gonna try on. I know, gasp, I made a mock-up. And I'm actually gonna put it in upcycle because I think if I cut it off higher so I could walk in it, then I might actually wear it. Oh y'all, I still love this dress so much. This was my first attempt at like something over the top and dramatic and useless, and I freaking love it. And oh my goodness, I still put pockets in it, though they're very, very low down. But like, the back. Does it get any better? This is an obvious keep because it goes in the costumes. I need a place to wear this one. I would full on wear this to like a fancy Halloween party. I just don't go to any. It's weirdly so comfortable too. All right, y'all, my first attempt at a capsule wardrobe had ups and downs. The shorts, absolute keep. I wear them frequently and they are so comfortable and I really should make more. The shirt, on the other hand, it didn't work. I could try to upcycle it, like maybe it just needs to be adjusted, or maybe I should just toss it in recycle. Tell me what you think. But like, it's oversized, it's too baggy, it's weird. Look, it's the beginning of my favorite pattern. Let's keep account of how many of these I've made. This is the only one that I made exactly as the pattern has it, including not putting pockets in it. So this is going in upcycling because I have been meaning to do something about that and I just haven't bothered. But before I put it there, let me add some pieces. Hardcore recycling. It just did not work in so many different ways, and I don't care enough about it to try to fix all of them. This one counts as the gown category because I have only ever put it on for photos. I've never worn it out, but I love it so much. No notes! Time to see if I can still fit in my first pair of pants. I don't have high hopes. Am I crazy, or are these weirdly way better than I thought they were? Should I be wearing these? I mean, here's the thing. This band around the top is still really tight, so I don't think I would wear these because I already rarely wear pants, and if I am gonna wear pants, I want them to be super comfy, and these are not super comfy. But I think of these as like totally, this didn't work, and I think they worked a lot better than I think they do, or I thought they did. Yeah? They're still going in recycling. Sorry. Okay, these are a weird one because they technically were part of the capsule wardrobe that's all the way up here, but I actually made them back here. Also, they're weird for other reasons. When I first made these and put them on for the final product, I was like, oh, there's a lot wrong with them. They're not wearable. But I threw them in the closet and I put them on for some other final product later on, having washed them, I believe, and they fit really well and really nicely, and I actually wore them out one night. Then I washed them again, of course, and now they don't fit again. I mean, like, I don't think it's that bad. You probably can't see it on camera, but like, they don't feel right. And then also the fabric looks really weird. So these are definitely going in recycling, but I'm glad I got to wear them out that one time when they looked good before they suddenly looked bad. It's probably an incredibly cheap fabric. So this was my adventures in pleating era. I don't know, like realistically, I don't think I'm really ever gonna wear this out. It's just not strongly my style. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world. But what do you think? Which pile should this go in? Should I try to upcycle it? Because I do love the fabric. And this was another thing I got at Goodwill for like $1. But maybe I should just recycle the fabric rather than trying to upcycle this exact skirt. I need your thoughts. Recycling. Absolutely recycling. It's bad. It's not comfortable. It's so clunky. This is again that really terrible curtain fabric, which y'all, upcycling curtains is amazing. It's great, especially as a beginning sewist. There's great material in most curtains. Don't use this stuff because like if you're starting out sewing and you're trying to use this kind of material, it'll probably just discourage you. It's really hard to make clothes out of that look good. This one I like. I should wear it more. I think I just need something to wear it with because it's like cream instead of white and I don't have any cream tops. This one is also cute. I don't wear it much, but I should wear it more. I don't have any problems with it. Back in the closet. So at this point, I don't think we're halfway through the garments, but I know for sure we are halfway through the time because this right here, I know that I made in January of this year, of 2023, which is insane to me just because that feels like lifetimes ago. A lot of stuff has happened this year. But I'm gonna take a quick break because the puppy needs food. Probably I need some food too. Then we'll be back to it. Back at it, and y'all, we've entered a new era. The era of the split side, etc. This whole skirt that ended up going viral and sparking so many other ideas and being a whole thing was just a mock-up for this thing. I do wear it. It's a bit dramatic, but I've worn it to some nice dinners and stuff. I get compliments every time I wear this skirt. Honestly, I think just because it's so full and splooshy. From here on out, there are significantly less zippers. But yeah, obviously, right back in the closet with this one. Woo! Okay, so before we even get to the skirt, I made 4 different tops for this, and it's unfortunate that this one is a complete fail because I love the color with it, but it is a complete fail. It has no stretch, so like, I can't even fully bend my arms, and as soon as I put it on, I remembered that the last time I put it on, I almost could not get it off. I think I might have had to get Matt's help. So, let's see if I'm stuck in this shirt now. Oh! Thank God. So obviously that one is a recycle. This one was also a fail. I can't remember if it was too tight or too big, but I don't want to risk it. So both of these are going in recycling. So this one does fit. It is so hard to zip up, and that is actually the zipper. It's not the fitting. You just like need someone else because the zipper is sticky. So I'm not gonna bother. I mean, what can I say? I still just love it. I need to do like a legit photo shoot in this dress or something. I don't know. I need a reason to wear it. A lot of people asked in the comments on this one, how much fabric did I end up using? This skirt is like 16 yards of fabric. It is a triple circle skirt, and it is also pleated, but that's not a lining. This is just the back of this fabric. It is red like this, and oh my goodness, the drama. We have more to see, so obviously this, along with the 2 fitting tops that I made with it, go back in with, you know, the gowns and the costumes. I gotta make more ball gowns, y'all. The skirt is definitely a keep. Again, I haven't worn it much, but I do wear it sometimes, and it's super cute. The shirt, I haven't worn. It's one of those that like, I want to pretend that it works, but in reality, I just wouldn't really wear it because if you move the wrong way, you're gonna have a nip slip or something. So, recycling. This one just full on does not fit, but a lot of people had suggestions in the comments for how to fix it, so I'm gonna put it in upcycling. Admittedly, I have not worn this at all since I made it, but honestly, it's just because I don't really have anything to wear it with. It kind of only went with the pink pants that are now in recycling, but I'm gonna leave it in my closet on the off chance that I find something else to wear with it, because yeah, it's perfectly fine. I'm pretty cool with it. This is another one that I want to believe I'll wear because I think it's adorable. I just guess I haven't found the right thing to wear it with. Again, it was kind of the pink pants. I don't know, I like the cropped style, but I need like a nice high waist skirt to go with it, and I just don't have one that goes with this color scheme. So again, gonna leave it in there. Maybe I'll make something in the future. This was like an art project of a dress, and honestly, I had so much fun making it, but it doesn't fit right. So give me your opinions. Should I throw it back in the closet as like costume gown, like I'm not gonna wear it, but it's okay? Or should I just go ahead and recycle it? And now we have full-on costumey costume. This was so fun to make, and it was so simple, and like, if I ever want to do a photo shoot in it again, I probably do need to upcycle it a little bit, as in just like fix a few things. But for now, it's perfectly fine to just go back in the costume section. Ah yes, the controversial skirts. They're not really controversial, it's just that both of the reels for this, as well as the original split side skirt, went viral, and when something goes viral, you get to hear everyone's opinion on it. So not only were there a ton of people who just did not get the purpose of the split side skirt thing to start with, which like, fine, okay. But this one got called childish and hideous and Amish, which makes me think the commenter knew nothing about the Amish community. And on this one, people said that the top half of the skirt disappeared and made me look naked, or like I had a floating circle of fabric around my calves. I don't know. I don't really see it. I get that this is peach, and if you were coloring a picture of me, you would probably use the peach colored pencil, but in real life, there's a pretty significant difference between that color and this color, so maybe it's people's screens. I don't know. Either way, I wear both of these skirts frequently because I love them, so back in the closet they both go. Back to my favorite dress, and here starts the era of comfy knit dresses. I think this was about the time that I really started leaning into sewing, knit, dresses. This one I mostly wear underneath skirts or pinafores, but love it, keeping it obviously back in the closet. This one is actually recycling. I know, gasp. Your favorite dress in recycling? It's not even so much that I don't like the style, what I did with it. I did not realize when I was making it that this knit is horrible. It should not be worn next to the skin, at least not for me. Sensory-wise, not good. And then there is this one. I just wore this in the Sashiko video and so many people were like, that dress. Yeah, it's one of these dresses. It's so dramatic. It is so lovely to wear. I don't wear it super frequently just because it's warm and it's fairly tight, but every time I wear it, I swoosh around the house like a full-on medieval princess, and I would love to make some like corset belts or corset bodices to put over this. I think that would be adorable. Keep! Moving right into another version of this dress. Love it, wear it, keep it, no notes. This dress, on the other hand, another disappointing one. I know that it looks good in photos and on film, and because of that, I keep putting it on when I'm gonna go out somewhere. I'm like, you can make it work. It doesn't work. It gapes so weirdly. The facing rolls out. I've left it in my closet all this time trying to make it work, and I've never once worn it. So it needs to go in recycling. The fabric is beautiful, and hopefully I can recycle it into a skirt. I mean, even if I just cut this off and made it a skirt. So actually, I'm gonna put it in upcycling because I think I can actually just start with this base and make something wearable. This also needs to go in upcycling because I just need to cut it off and make it a shirt. This is too tight right here. But if I just pulled this up and made it like a tunic top instead, it would work. Upcycling. This one is a keep because it looks absolutely fabulous underneath this one, which might just be my most favorite thing I've ever made. I mean, maybe not my most favorite, but like, it's up there. Top 5 definitely. This one's fine. I don't wear it a lot just because it is shorter and I just don't wear short stuff a lot, but I do really like it, so keep. This one goes in upcycling. It's super cute. I literally just need to string some elastic into the waistband because the knit is heavy. I don't even think this is knit. Whatever this is. It's heavy and it'll pull it down, so elastic and it would be golden. This one actually goes with like the gowns and costumes. It's a little uncomfortable, but let's be real, I wouldn't wear this on an average day out. It's a themed dress. Yes, love it. Wear it all the time. All right, y'all, we've reached the dress. So a lot of people were very, very concerned in the comments that I didn't pre-wash my fabric for this dress, and therefore it will shrink and I will not be able to fit in it. That is accurate. I did not pre-wash my fabric. I have not worn this since the day that I took final product photos in it, out in a park, getting sweaty and dewy. So I did wash it after that. Let's find out if I can still fit in it. As I suspected, yes I can. Yo, it's on elastic. This is elastic, and this part ties on. So I wasn't super concerned about it shrinking. Also, I just 100% didn't think about pre-washing my fabric, but yeah, I wasn't super concerned about it. It still fits fine. Ugh. Love it. Obviously, it's going into gowns. Oh, a bunch of people asked how much it weighs. So before the batteries died on our luggage scale, I weighed it 5 pounds. This one, I weighed this one too, is 7.5 pounds. Next! Yes, definitely keep. This is another one that has sort of a history-bounding costumey feel to it, so it's not really an everyday kind of wear, but it's absolutely something I love. Love it! Back in the closet. This is probably my most worn garment in comparison to how long I've had it. Like, maybe I've technically worn this one more, but I've had it longer. This goes like straight from the laundry onto my body back into the laundry. This one is following close behind. This one, on the other hand, needs a new neckline. I don't really mind it, but I think I would wear it more if I fix the neckline, so upcycling. There are things on this one that theoretically could be fixed, but it almost feels not worth it. Like, I don't mind it how it is. I still wear it sometimes, but I think I'd rather just make like a new split side dress rather than try to fix this one. It doesn't bother me. There are things I would do differently if I made this again, but this is totally fine, and I've actually worn it several times. Same things that I might do different if I was making another one of the same type, but I'm perfectly okay with this one as is. This one, on the other hand, recycling. There's too many issues with it to try to fix, and I know it looks better on camera than it does in real life. Trust me, it's pretty bad. While we're at it, I don't even want to put this one on because it's too tight and it's too hard to get off, so also recycling. Could I possibly upcycle it? Yeah, maybe, but I don't care that much right now, so I'd rather just reuse the fabric in some way later on. Purse pockets! I think we all know how I feel about this one. Yes, absolutely, it'll come back out in the spring when it gets cooler again. No, when it gets warmer again. Rousing success, very comfy, held a lot of people's phones during the wedding. It goes in gowns. So it's definitely harder for me to admit that something needs fixing when it's far more recent. Technically, the neckline, the neck binding needs fixing on this, but also like, it's not gonna stop me from wearing it how it is. I have already worn it. And I'm afraid that if I took the neck binding off, like that whole process might just make it worse. This is going back in the closet. No upcycling. This is another one of that same kind of thing. I love this dress, I wear this dress. This doesn't stop me from wearing the dress, but technically, if I took up the shoulders a little bit, it would be better. So, give me your opinion in the comments. Should I just say, it's fine, put it back in my closet? Or should I take it out of my closet and add it to the upcycled pile and try to fix those shoulder seams? For now, I'm gonna stick it back in the closet, but if you all tell me to fix the shoulder seams, I might listen to you. Might. I haven't worn this one yet just because I made it on the cusp of chilly season, but I'm very much looking forward to wearing it in the spring and summer. I'm not gonna try this one on because I just made it and I just recently wore it and it takes all the lacing up and everything, but it's a costume, I'm keeping it. Okay, so here's another one. Y'all gotta give me your opinions. Obviously, I love this. Obviously, I'm gonna wear it regardless. I already have been. But should I take the hood off, line it, and put it back on? Because the one that I just made, I lined the hood and it's so much better. I have extra fabric, I could do it. In case you haven't caught on, I don't like upcycling or altering or fixing my clothes. I don't really like to revisit them once I'm done with them, except to wear them. I'm glad this pile hasn't gotten enormous. It's a decent size, it's not overwhelming, and I'm gonna do it in a video, not just so that you guys can see how I figure it out, but also because that will like make me do it. But I'm just gonna say I'm not that excited about it. But I think it won't be as hard as I think it'll be, and I'll be so happy with the results if I just do it. So, should I line the hood? Tell me yes or no. And there we are, y'all, we're done. I tried on all, 86 pieces? I mean, I didn't try on a few, but shh. We'll pretend. I have 10 garments here in my upcycling pile, and then of course a few more that I'd love to hear your opinions on. We've got 19 in the recycling pile. So like, hey, that's not bad. Less than half of what I've made is unwearable. Obviously, as we got towards the end, there were more and more wearable pieces, or like more and more pieces that were going straight back in the closet. But there were still some fails. So it's not like I reached a sudden threshold where it was suddenly like, oh, now everything that I make is great and it's wearable and it's all good to go. Like, I continue to challenge myself and I continue to try new things and I continue to wing it, and sometimes it still doesn't work out. But ultimately, there were things that I made way back at the beginning, including my very first skirt, that are huge successes that I wear all the time, and that just has escalated the more that I've sewn, and I think that's really encouraging to see and really exciting to see. I definitely think something that sort of marked my, I don't know, I guess success in sewing my own garments and sewing my own wardrobe has been that in the last few months, maybe even in the last like 6 months, I've started going to my closet and going straight for my handmade section. Handmade section. That makes it sound like something entirely different. And then if all of the good ones that are, you know, good for the season that we're in are in the wash, then I'm like, ugh, I gotta go like look at my store-bought clothes now. So yeah, it's like there has been a massive shift. I am now moving into a place where it's like, the bulk of what I am wearing around the house is made by me. And then, you know, I don't go out much, but even when I do go out now, I am looking first at my handmade items and going, can I wear any of this? Before I kind of cycle back to the store-bought stuff that's been in there for ages. Yeah, this was really fun. Trying on clothes is not my favorite thing to do, but it was really fun to go through that journey all at one time. In the course of several hours, I think I have barely beat the sunset. Winter sucks. I was surprised by how many things went into my gowns and costumes section, because when I think about that area, I tend to just be like, oh, this big skirt, the patchwork one, I always remember this costume, but there's more here than I thought there was. There's like more than a dozen things over there right now. I don't want to add to this side too much. It's really fun to make an over-the-top thing. It's really fun to make a costume. I very much want to make another ball gown now, but I don't want to add to this section too frequently because while they can be fun to make and fun to take photos in, they're not things that I'm going to wear daily. They're not things that I might even ever wear again at all. And that's fine. And I do want to make more, but I always want to be making stuff that I can actually wear every day in between, because this is the stuff that really daily brings me joy. Every morning that I have put this on, I have been so happy and so cuddly. This might be one of the best things that I've made. Well, actually, that's a hard thing to say. I've been making some good stuff. I'm really pleased. Okay. I'm just gonna wrap it up by saying, hey, have you been thinking about sewing your own wardrobe? Sewing a garment? Trying out sewing in general? Can I lure you into this obsession? It doesn't even have to be an obsession. I just want to encourage you that if you have been thinking of taking up sewing, or maybe you already sew and you do quilting or stuffed animals or home decor or something and you haven't sewn a garment yet but you'd like to, I just want to encourage you to try it, because yeah, some things aren't gonna work. Some things might need fixing, but the more you do it, the more things are going to be fabulous. And it just brings such great joy to create something that is practical and wearable. And like, I love making art. I love making arty art, embroidery art, the ones that are just gonna hang on a wall. That's amazing. I adore that. But there is a different kind of joy that comes from making something that is both art, because yes, I think all of this is a form of art, but is also something that I'm just going to utilize on a weekly, if not daily basis. That is such an incredible feeling. So I do highly recommend giving sewing a try. And thank you for being here as my 2-year sewing journey has commenced. I really do think of the point where I started making garments as sort of the point when I really started taking YouTube seriously. It had started a little bit before that, but it is the point when I like really dove in. So this sewing journey has also kind of been my YouTube journey. And if you saw garments that you loved, I hope you'll go back. I'm not gonna put all the videos in the description because it's a lot of videos, but feel free to dig through my library, check out other videos about making other things, ask questions in the comments if you want. If you have any questions about specific garments, I'd be happy to answer them. I hope your 2023 was fabulous. If it was not, then many big hugs to you, and I hope your 2024 will be fabulous. Let's make it so. Yes, let's do it. Let's be creative. Let's make a bunch of stuff. Yay! Should have peed before coming back. Ow, why did that hurt so much? Which is why I turned it into a rap circ. Blah. Oh, puppy. Blah. I spit a little on that. But if you all tell me to fix this, she'll blah blah.